This is 10 licks inspired by the Pink Floyd song Money, the main solo from that song, played by David Gilmour. So what I did here, I did not make a note-for-note recreation of this solo. I'm not pulling licks directly out of that solo. I basically listened to the solo a couple times, I played through it a couple times, and I came up with my own set of 10 licks that I like a lot, and that's what I'm showing here today. So what I was going for in these licks are licks that are pretty simple. They're not too fast, they're not too technical, but they just feel good. The timing's really good. It's just the licks have a really good rhythmic feel. So if you're looking to put a little of that good feel into your playing, I think these licks will be helping you out. Everything's really simple. It's all in B minor pentatonic, so no exotic scales, just straight B minor pentatonic scale in every single lick. You should be able to play any of these licks over any part of the song, or any song that's the same beat in the key of B minor. Really straightforward. So I think we got a great sounding set of licks here. Let's check out the licks. Here's the first lick. There's the first lick. This lick is really similar to the first lick in the solo, in the main solo in Money. A little bit different, but pretty straightforward. So I bend up on the 9th fret, again all B minor pentatonic. And the part to take away here is the timing. You want to nail the timing here. Listen to this. Imagine that you have triplets going in the background the whole time. I tabbed out everything in 4/4 straight time, but it's kind of a swing feel. So that's the feel you're looking for there. And there's a lot of these licks in this song have that same kind of triplet feel to it. I actually tabbed it out in triplets, but that's in pretty much every one of these licks uses triplets of some sort. So that's the lick. We end up on, after this, we bend up on the 10th fret on the 2nd string. When I bend that up, like I like to do on a lot of my bends, I like to do interesting things. I like to not just go like this. I like to do like double bends, so like, and maybe go all the way up, come halfway back down, and then back up. Little things like that make bends sound really interesting to me, so I like to do things like that. So give that a shot too. And that's the lick. One more time at a slow speed. There's the next lick, similar to the first lick. There's a little double stop here, so again, that we really got that triplet feel going, so watch out for that a lot. But the first note, bend up on the 9, and then we hit the double stop, top 2 strings, 7th fret on the 1st and 2nd string. So when you do that double stop there, make sure that when you hit those notes, you're not continuing to bend up the 9th fret. You don't want it to sound like this, where you leave this 9th fret ringing out the whole time. It's easy to do that, especially when you're more of a beginner player, because it's trickier. You got to lift this hand off the fretboard, you got to hit and go to this, and then go back to that. So that's what you're looking for there. And then the next part of the lick is this. And then that's that feel right there. And then the last part of the lick, we're up here in the next position up on the B minor scale, B minor pentatonic scale rather, sliding up 10 to 12, and we do this. Then 10th fret on the first string with an upstroke, and then downstroke on the 12th fret on the second string. Again, feel that triplet there. So that's the whole lick. Let's play through it one more time at a slow speed. So there's the next lick. This has a little bit of Stevie Ray Vaughan flavor in it. It's got that triplet feel again. This is at the last, 12 notes there is just straight 8th note triplets. So the first thing we do is we bend up on the 9th fret on the 3rd string. And we hold that for 4 full beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we get into this really cool fast part here. Kind of Stevie Ray Vaughan inspired, but very much fits with this song really well. So starting on the 7th fret on the 1st string, we climb down, start with an upstroke, then pull off 10-7 on the 2nd. Then we bend up on the 9th fret on the 3rd string, then 7 on the 2nd, 7 on the 1st. When I hit that 9 bend up on the 3rd string, I'm doing a downstroke, so. Then I do downstroke, upstroke on the 7 and 7. Then we do another pull off 10 to 7. So far it's this. Then bend up on the 9th fret, a little downstroke there. Then pull off 9-7. Then land on 9 on the 4th. So that last part is. Then finally we land on the 7th fret on the 3rd string. So let's play through this one more time at a really slow speed. So there's the next lick right there. We got a cool little repeating note lick thing here. So the first part of the lick is what I like a lot. This part where we bend up on the the 10th fret on the 2nd string, and then we hit the 7th fret twice. I really like that sound. I'm doing downstroke on the 10, and then downstroke on the 7 when I hit it for the first time, and then upstroke. And the feel of this lick is pretty similar to the last one. Same type of kind of Stevie Ray Vaughan inspired type vibe. So that's the first part of the lick. Then pull off 10-7. And then we do a little lick similar to a small lick from the last big lick. Bend up in the 9th fret. Then pull off 9-7. Then 9 on the 4th fret, on the 4th string. And then we land on 7 on the 3rd string, and I want you to watch the rhythm here. It's like this. Landing in the 9 and the 4th string. So listen to that rhythm. The way to think of that, when you see that notation right there, where it's a quarter note triplet and an 8th note triplet, you see the 3 with the bracket underneath it. Imagine that the quarter note is like 2 8th notes. So it'd be the same if we did this. Imagine that we hit that note 3 times. when we see that quarter note, it's just like we're taking one of the eighth notes out. So it's like this. And that's what I mean by that triplet feel. So if you're having trouble with the timing on that, that's how a little trick to get that down. So that's the timing right there. So that's it. Let's play through the lick one more time at a slow speed. So there's the next lick. This lick is maybe a little bit of Eric Johnson and maybe a little of Stevie Ray Vaughan in it. Again, B minor pentatonic all the way through. This one, and I say it's Eric Johnson because he has a lot of licks where that kind of fall over each other, falls over itself, where you kind of climb down and go up and go back up and climb back down, and sequenced licks, a lot of sequenced licks, and this is kind of like that. So the first part of the lick is this, just pulling off 10-7 on the, and again, it's triplets all the way through. This is a really triplet heavy set of licks. So pull off 10-7, then 10-7 on the second string, just 2 downstrokes, then 9th fret on the 3rd string, and then climb up to the 10 on the 2nd string, and then pull off the 7. And if you've been watching some of my lessons, I talk about economy picking a lot. Here's a good place to economy pick. Pull off 10-7, pull off 10-7 on the 2nd, downstroke on the 9, and then downstroke also on the 10. It's more efficient to do a downstroke there than do downstroke upstroke. And you can also play it way faster if you do 2 downstrokes. So okay, so the next part of the lick after we do this, then we do 9-7. Really simple, and then bend up on the 9, and then 7, and then 9. It's the last part of the lick right there. So the tricky part of the lick and the takeaway is this pentatonic lick that follows that kind of sequence pattern. Again, something that Eric Johnson does a lot, and that's a really cool idea. So you can extend that pattern all the way down the scale, like I was starting to do right there. And that sounds really cool when you get it going fast. So that's something else you can work on and take away from this. So that's the lick. Let's play one more time through at a slow speed. So there is the next lick. Again, kind of a Stevie Ray Vaughan style vibe. I feel like a lot of Stevie Ray Vaughan worked into these licks here. But again, another lick that works really well over money and a lot of triplet feel here. So bending up on the 12th fret on the 1st string. That part's totally Stevie Ray Vaughan, right? So then 10th fret on the 1st string. And then we hit the 12th fret on the 2nd string 3 times. And the 3rd time, when we do this note right here, there's that triplet feel again. Imagine we were doing this. It's just like we're taking out that 2nd time I'm hitting the 12th fret on the 2nd string. That's the last 2 notes, so watch that rhythm. So let's play it through one more time at a slow speed, and again, really pay attention to the rhythm here. So there's the next lick. I really like this lick a lot. I really like this this bend that I do. I think it's really cool. So the first 6 notes is this. Right there, we're starting off to play that. We're starting on the 10 on the first string, and then going 12 second, and pulling off the 10. And then 11 on the third, and then we just climb back up. So hammer on 10, 12. Little circular lick right there. Circular licks are great. They're easy to play fast. That's all we're doing here. So the next note is the note that I really like, and I like it how I finger it. So after I play that 12, I go down to the 10 on the second string and bend up. So I like that bend. It's kind of unique because it's like I'm playing the 12th fret 2 times in a row. But I'm not. I'm bending the 10 up. So I like that bend. So give that some vibrato. And then the next part of the lick, we go like this. Little standard pentatonic deal there. So starting on the 10th fret, or 7th fret rather, on the first string, upstroke, then downstroke, pull off 10, 7. And then we just do this. That's bend up on 9, bend back down on 9, and then 7. And that's the whole lick. So let's play through this one more time through at a slow speed. So there's the next lick. A lot of cool ideas in this lick, some ideas that we've seen in earlier licks. First part of the lick is this. 9, bend up on 9, 3rd fret. Pretty easy. That's downstroke, and then downstroke 7, and then upstroke on the 10. So, and then the next part of the lick is this. Now that is similar to an idea that we played in another lick where we do a downstroke, and then on the next string up we play twice with a downstroke, upstroke. So that's that lick. So the first part of the lick is this. And the next few notes is the fastest part of any of the licks here. It's like this. There it is. So that slide is really fast, so watch out for that. It's like this. So work that if you don't have that down. So 9, slide back from the 11 to the 9, and then pull off 9 to 7. And then the next part of the lick is pull off 9, 7, and then 9 on the 4th. And then we end up with hammering 7 and 9 on the 3rd. So let's play that last section because that's the trickiest part. There it is. I even messed it up myself. You can even slide down from 10 to 9 there. That sounds good. I did it on accident there, but that's also a cool note to play. That's the blues note, so you go. That works as well. So that's a lick. Let's play it through one more time at a slow speed. Really cool sounding, very bluesy lick there. The main takeaway from this one, there's a lot of cool things in this, but the first part is a big takeaway. We're doing this double stop, which David Gilmour does a lot in that Money solo, and does it a lot in general. Very cool thing to do, where we're bending up on the 9th fret, but we're also holding the 7th fret while we're doing that. Makes for a really unique sound. So that's a big takeaway. So hold that for 4 beats, and then we do this. God damn it. So there's the next lick, really cool lick. The biggest takeaway for me on this one is this first bend up, where we bend up 9th fret on the 3rd string, and also hold the 7th fret on the 2nd string while we're doing that. Makes for a really unique sound because we're basically doubling the note. It's like we're playing the 11th fret on the 3rd string and the 7th fret on the 2nd string, but we're bending it up to get there. So a really unique sound that you hear a lot in the Money solo and a lot in solos from that era. The next part of the lick, so we hold that for 4 beats, and then we do this. You can either do a pull off, so 9-7 pull off, and then do 9-9 on the 4th string, or pick both notes. Then we go down and do this. That's hammer up 7 or 9 on the 5th, 7, pull off 9-7 on the 4th, and then 7th fret on the 3rd string. Then we do this. 9-7 on the 4th, then all the way up to the 10th on the 2nd string. So it's a cool idea. I like that string skipping idea. It's better than just going up and down the scale, right? You can mix it up a little bit and skip strings and skip around in the scale. It makes for some cool stuff. And then the last few notes are, so it's bend up in the 9, bend back, and then 7. So that's the last part of that lick. So watch that rhythm there. All right, so that's it. Let's play through the lick one more time at a slow speed. All right, let's break this one down. Pretty simple lick. There's a lot of good feel in this one, a lot of that triplet feel, which may be tricky on the timing for you. It's almost easier to play triplets when we're just doing, when we're having, some breaks in between those notes, it's a little bit harder to get that triplet feel. So this is a good exercise for that. So playing that triplet feel when you're not playing every single note, a little bit trickier to do. So again, this lick is good for this. So we're starting off on the 10th fret and 12. So, and then 10th fret on the 1st string. So watch that feel. And then we go up here. Notice that the 14th fret on my guitar needs to be replaced. It's a little dead there, so hopefully that's not the case for you. So, and you want to bend up a step and a half there, up to the 17. You can technically start the bend in the 15. You just want to make sure you hit that note, get up to that note, and not the 16th. Doesn't sound good. So, and then bend up on the 12th on the first string, and you do this. Or rather, I got that wrong, it's like this. There it is. So bend up, bend back, and then the 10, and then 12, 10. So that's it, that's the whole lick. Let's play it through one more time at a slow speed.